Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but hopefully you can. So basically, alright. So I've got a bit of an update for you guys. I'm not sure if YouTube is getting this. Let me go ahead and check and see. Crap. Why does my phone want to launch stuff I'm not asking it to? It's really annoying. Let's see. We should be live right now, but thanks to YouTube Studio being stupid sometimes, I doubt that we're actually live, like, in an easy to get to spot. So I might go ahead and, like, actually, yeah. What I'd like to do is actually start recording this, this stream here so that I'll be able to upload it to YouTube, because I don't think that, like, right now we are recording. So yeah, I don't know. I'll go ahead and just, I guess, make another video that says the same thing twice, or just, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll download this and then do it. But anyway, guys, let me go check the restream chat just to make sure I'm not missing any messages before I actually start talking about what I want to talk about, because you guys need to know what's up, and it's kind of important. So let me see here. There it is. All right, so I'm watching the chat, guys. But anyway, what I wanted to say was basically, I haven't been live, and I'm sorry about that. But I know it's been like, what, almost 6 days since I've been live. And the reason for that is because, well, it's kind of been an act of God that went on recently. So basically, on June 5th, 2021, I was visiting my brother and his family, and we were at an RV park. We had to leave our RV at an RV park while we were gone. And well, maybe I should actually start at the beginning. I think I'll, like, start here and then go back. But basically, so we parked our RV at an RV park, and we were visiting my brother on June 5th, 2021. And we were just kind of relaxed on the patio, having a good time. And Mom gets this call that from the RV park saying that our RV is on fire. So, yeah, they said, and she was like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yes, the owners are already have a hose on it, and they're just trying to contain the fire by spraying water on it." And they said, she was like, "The RV in slot 67 is in flames." And we were like, "What?" So needless to say, we were freaking out and stuff like that. Like, I'm super calm right now compared to what it was when it happened. But basically, I mean, they said our RV was on fire, and it's kind of like the whole world stopped. So needless to say, going into details about the fire, basically the fire started, the fire chief thinks that, well, first of all, we rushed over there, like, hightailing it, like, as fast as we could get 30 miles over to the RV park. And I mean, we were just hauling it, and it was a very stressful time. It was very traumatic. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if we're going to lose our entire RV or just part of it, or how far along the flames were, or anything like that. So when we got there were fire trucks all over the place. And I mean, seriously, there was like two or three fire trucks plus police there. Like, then they had already stopped the fire and had it out. And basically, they were like containing it. And they had to I mean, it was a mess. So basically, what we found was, when we got there, we got out, we talked to the police, they gave us the update about what happened and all that. And we were all like freaking out, of course. But I was trying to stay pretty much calm through it. But basically, they said, um, well, you could see parts of the RV lying in the RV park spot. So the right rear compartment, storage compartment, actually melted out of the RV and fell on the ground, which had like toilet paper and stuff in it. And basically, the toilet paper went up in flames. It was kindling and stuff like that. And they don't really know. I mean, they have a pretty good idea of what caused the fire, and they said it was, basically, like the right tail light must have had some sort of short in it, and electrically, like something electrical happened, and then the RV went up in flames after the electrical shorted out and smoldered for a long time. So that happened after we left, about, I don't know, a few hours after we left. So, um, but the thing is, I mean, it was really traumatic. But the main thing is, like, earlier that day, like, well, actually, all the way back into last night, the night before that happened, I could smell, like, as soon as we pulled in the RV spot and we actually like hooked up and stuff, that basically they it smelled like someone was burning marshmallows. It smelled like someone was burning marshmallows on a campfire. And it's so we didn't think anything of it because we thought everyone was having campfires around us, and we were just kind of chilling in an RV, watching TV, playing. I was playing a game or something like that. I don't really remember all the exactly what we were doing, but I said, um, about 2 hours later, I said, that's a lot stronger than it was. And it's like, they must be really burning those marshmallows. And I said that about like probably 5 times. And so we didn't think anything of it. And we went to sleep. And so we slept all the way until about 5:30 a.m. in the morning, when the carbon monoxide alarm went off. It was like beep, 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 beep. And I mean, it woke me up out of my bunk bed. And I was like more mad than concerned, because I thought someone started a campfire again, and their smell was like wafting into our RV somehow. I don't know why, because the windows were closed and the air conditioner was on, I believe, too. So yeah. And but I was just really irritated, basically, that the carbon monoxide alarm was going off and I had no idea why. And so Dad got up and he was shining a flashlight trying to turn the carbon monoxide alarm off because we thought it was faulty. And basically, you could see the beam of light from his flashlight go through the smoke in the RV. And I said, wow, it's really smoky in here. It was like, they must have started their campfire right next to us. Like, do you know where that's coming from? Because, I mean, is there any campfires around us that are causing this? And we just couldn't figure it out because we had no idea what was going on. And it's just, I mean, it was crazy. Um, Smoky in there. So I said, it's really smoky in here. You might want to open the windows because something's not right. And but we still thought it was a campfire of some sort. So we still didn't actually know that it was truly, that our RV was about to catch on fire. We didn't know that. So we get up, basically. Actually, we went back to sleep. Like, Dad opened the windows and the door and stuff, and we went back to sleep. Like, for all the way until about, I don't know, 8 a.m. or so. Then we wake up. It's a normal day. It still smells. It's a little bit stronger, that smell, than it was last night. So we're thinking, what is going on? I mean, it must be a campfire that we can't see somewhere, or someone across the road's burning trash, because it basically smelled like a trash fire. And so we got up, we got ready, and ate breakfast and left. And it wasn't, nothing was really all that different. So we were hanging out at my brother's place, and then we get the call that our RV's on fire. So yeah, but one thing that's kind of interesting before that is thinking back, we actually had like three warnings that the fire was going to happen. Number one, the smell. Number two, the carbon monoxide alarm. And number three, I was playing Sea of Thieves on my laptop, and I was online playing with some friends, and well, they're friends now. I actually just met them that day playing online, but we were trying to put out a fire on my ship because it caught on fire. So, and there's kind of a humorous thing, and it was a hilarious thing in the game and stuff like that. Um, so it was kind of like a premonition, sort of, or a harbinger that the fire was going to happen. But I mean, we couldn't know that. And Dad actually went out and he checked everywhere around the RV and looked for sources of smoke. He tried to smell where it was coming from. He couldn't tell. So by the time it caught on fire while we were at my brother's place, I mean, we were really freaking out. Like, it was news. Like, we had no idea. So that's basically, I guess, the long version of the story. And again, they think that a tail light shorted out on the right rear side of the RV where the bedroom is, and that's basically the cause of the fire. And yeah, yeah, it is amazing, Gene. It is for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm still a little bit in shock, and yeah, I have a lot to talk about in this stream because it's been like the focus for the last 3 days. So yeah, this is now June 8th on today. So, it's been 3 days of constant like pandemonium, running around trying to get everything taken care of with this whole fiasco. But basically, it burned from the taillight into the bedroom, and you can actually see a hole, like, on, like, truly actually see through the outside into the bedroom through the taillight. So, I mean, that's pretty messed up. And the fire department put it out, and it was they got it under control pretty quickly. But basically, it burned from the outside into the bedroom, up the wall, into the ceiling, burned through the ceiling a little bit, and filled the whole RV with smoke and ash, and basically through toxic fumes all the way up through the air conditioning vents into even like the tip of the RV, like all the way through the ceiling, because the lights were all like black with soot. So soot is everywhere, and we've been spending like the last 3 days trying to figure out like what insurance is going to cover, and like basically just going through all of our stuff. I mean, most of our belongings were saved, which is amazing. It could have been so much worse. But basically, all the fire department had to do was just tear out some pieces of the ceiling, break out some windows to let the smoke out, and I mean, needless to say, our RV is pretty much trashed at this point. But it's mainly the rear that's all trashed. But we don't know if they're going to total it, or, like chalk it up as a total loss, or if it's just going to be repairable. I really wouldn't want to live in it if it was repairable, because I mean, we're talking about melted wiring, we're talking about compromised structure, structurally compromised and things like that. So we don't really know what we're really dealing with, and we won't really know that until the insurance guy looks at it. So, and it's pretty stressful waiting for all this stuff to happen. And basically, all of today was spent trying to clean out all of our stuff, wipe it down, get the soot off, get the ash off. And it smells like a trash fire. It smells so bad. And yeah, so we got all that done today. So I'm super, super tired from that. But I wanted to let you guys know what was going on and update you, because it's a pretty big deal. And on top of that, it does actually have a lot to do with my streaming, because um, my laptop and my keyboard, like my brand new gaming keyboard, I love that thing, and it was, thankfully I had the little plastic protector over the top of it, so it didn't like get ash all over it, but it did stink a little bit. But I think that it was pretty much saved. My brand new gaming mouse was in there, out like where I left it after I played Sea of Thieves. We left like right then, and I left it closed on my bed, and it was covered in soot on the outside, so I had to wipe it off. And my microphone in my audio interface, which I use on my streams, is also, it was in a towel case, so it's mostly protected from the ash and the soot, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stink and smell something terrible also. But I haven't cleaned it yet, and I haven't got it ready, and that's one of the main reasons I haven't been streaming as well. And basically my entire streaming setup is, I mean, it's based on my laptop and my microphone and my audio interface. So I mean, it's like and it's kind of the least of my worries right now, honestly. Like streaming, I mean, I love doing it, but it's really important that we figure this stuff out and stuff like that. But I just want to let you guys know what was up. And yeah, so that's the main reason I haven't been live. But I'm live now, which is a good thing. But yeah, thank goodness we're still alive, Gene. Yes, definitely. And we're like wide-eyed and mystified, like how crazy and how close we came to actually like maybe dying in our sleep. Because who knows, like if Dad hadn't opened the windows that morning, we could have been exposed to really bad toxic fumes and not even known it. And especially if we disabled the carbon monoxide alarm, which you're not supposed to do, but it's really annoying and really loud. So, but I mean, it went off and it woke everyone up. So it did its job. So there's a good thing that that little bugger worked. But yeah. So I mean, it's been crazy, and we had to get a trailer, offload all of our sound equipment and belongings into the trailer, and kind of clean as we go, stack them in boxes, and stock the boxes on the shelves, and empty the undercarriage and the underbelly storage of the RV, clean everything off, wash all our dishes, toss a lot of stuff in the garbage because it's no good anymore, washing sheets, washing mattresses, washing mattress covers, washing pillows. Um, Basically, it's total chaos. But yeah, no, it wasn't our time, and God is really good. He's been looking out after us every step of the way. And I mean, it was just, it really scared me how easy it would have been for us to like not have made it through that night. But I mean, wow. And the RV park was really gracious. They helped, not only did they help put out the fire and notified us and also kept the fire under control until we got there and the fire department got there. They actually put us up in one of the cabins on the RV park, in the RV park, because our RV was out of, we couldn't live in it. So they let us stay in the cabin for a night, and like a really like the top of the line cabin there in the RV park. And then after that night though, someone else had to come in because they'd already reserved it before we got into it. So we moved to another cabin and we stayed there another night. So that was really exciting. It was like the tiniest bunk bed I've ever slept in, but it was like, I mean, this whole thing is an adventure. I don't really know what else to call it, but I mean, it was crazy, and it's still crazy. And we have to be at our first gig by Friday, and now that we got the RV like cleaned out, which was an all day event basically, so tired in the hot Colorado sun, just beating down on us and baking us alive basically as we're trying to clean up the RV and sort through all this mess and chaos, and it looks like a disaster area in there. Some of the floors probably weakened over in that corner. You could fall through maybe. So it was crazy. And yeah, and my Xbox was out there too, and the smoke too. So I don't know if that's even gonna work anymore. We don't really know. The RV itself is covered by insurance because it was already completely financed, but and paid off. But the stuff in the RV was not. So we're extremely blessed that our we can reclaim our belongings and our possessions. But I mean, it's crazy, and like I said, it's still crazy. It smells so bad in there. It's like the first day, like right after they put it out, we went in there and you had to have a mask on because there was so many toxic fumes in there still. And that was like the bare minimum. Like we had to wait like an hour or two before we could even go in there after they put the fire out. So, and that was after we got to the RV park and we're talking to the chief for like an hour or so. So it's like 3 hours almost. But I mean, it was so bad. And today it was way, way better. We had a nice wind, sort of, not really. It was kind of a nuisance most of the time, whacking myself with the door all the time, trying to carry boxes out. It was annoying. But it did blow a lot of the smoke and the fumes out. So, and enough to where we could breathe in there pretty well and work in there. So that was good. But, and some members of the family are helping us get through this too. And it's really amazing how people have stepped in and God has provided in this time. So, I mean, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. So, I just wanted to let everyone know what was up, and I don't know, I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming anytime soon, like my conventional streams. I might be doing some more of these more often until I can really make sure that my microphone works and my audio interface still works and stuff. And I have to wipe the cords off. I have to wipe my interface off probably. Probably somehow decent my microphone. I don't know. I don't know what I'm dealing with yet, but my laptop works so far. So that's good. My power adapter works, my keyboard works, my mouse works. It smells a little bit funny, but It does work. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what was up, and like I said, I'm just amazed at how nice the RV park has been helping us get it all figured out. I mean, even after the whole thing staying in the cabins and stuff, they like followed through and they asked us like every step of the way, like, do y'all have anywhere to go? Do you have plans? Like, do you need help with anything? And then when we had to move our stuff out of the RV, we were going to go to U-Haul and buy some boxes for that. And then the owner of the RV park was like, no, don't do that. We got some boxes from when we moved a few months ago and we saved them, so we'll let you use those. And we were like, what? They're going to provide boxes too? And they was like the sweetest people in the world. So, I mean, God truly looks after us in amazing ways. So, I'm just, it's just, what a day. I mean, it was a long day today, and it's going to be another long day tomorrow because one of my brother's friends let us borrow the trailer, one of his like 16-foot trailers, to load all our stuff in because we're still going to be on tour. We're not going to cancel the tour. We're going to keep going, and we're going to keep going to our music gigs and stuff like that. But we're going to be carrying everything in a trailer instead of an RV because obviously we don't have an RV right now. And we'll be staying with friends along the way, so it'll be an interesting adventure for sure. And yeah, so it's that's basically where things stand right now. And tomorrow we need to go into the trailer, probably sort through all the stuff that we just crammed in boxes because we were running out of time today to get everything in boxes and boxed up and moved. So, and now we don't know where everything is because we didn't really have a super great order to things when we did it. We just wanted to get done, because we had to be out of the RV park, and they're supposed to tow it tomorrow, tow the RV tomorrow to somewhere, I forget where in Colorado. So, which is where I am now. And yeah, so it's a big adventure. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on, but I just wanted to hop on and let you guys know where things stood and all the crazy events that were happening right now. And I think we're on the uphill side, or the downhill side rather, of this whole thing, which I'm excited about. It's been 3 days of absolute chaos, and I am not really sure I want to deal with any more chaos at this point. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna check the chat real quick here. Huh. Okay, I don't see any messages. At least Restream isn't telling me about them. So yeah, but I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for all the support. As always, you can follow me at BowserN64 on Twitch, BowserN64 on DLive, and Steam probably at BowserN64, and YouTube at BowserN64. I'm on Twitter at BowserN64 and Facebook at Bowser Koopa, so you can follow me there. And yeah, so sorry guys about the total radio silence recently, but this is the reason. And you know, this is where life is right now. Life kind of sucks sometimes. But we're alive, we're healthy, and we're blessed. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. And yeah, stay tuned. All right. Bye. How do I end this thing? Oh yes, I'm so going to sleep for sure. I can't. Oh, I know how. Haven't used this thing in a while. Alright guys, I will see you soon. Hopefully.